Hey, there we go. We are officially live. Boom, LS Gregor. 2 more days, baby. You are absolutely right.
Wow.
LS Gregor, happy sitting in your lap.
Happy draft day eve. It's a very important day. 48 hours. Less than 48 hours away. Actually, no, exactly 48 hours.
48 hours away from now is the best day of the year. David Jones in the house.
The Giants. Oh, it's Daniel Jones. David Jones. Yeah. It's funny. The rumors have already been flying around. We're hearing some stuff. Again, do not believe anything you hear right now. This is all scuttlebutt, subterfuge, and tomfoolery right now.
I don't know. I've never heard of the term scutterfuge. I don't know what that means. Sounds like something from shop class.
It's subterfuge, not scutterfuge. Scutterfuge is what grows under your balls and just your balls.
Well, that solidifies that. I've never heard that. Yes, we're going to be talking a lot of drafts. We're going to be talking a lot of everything. We're just got to hang on here for a little bit. Luppagus drinking his evening coffee.
So tasty.
Bloop, bloop. Where's Millard? Yeah. Come on. You're slacking.
I know what the bloop, bloop means. Do you?
Sounds like a hungover shit to me.
No, that's more.
LS Gregor. See the Chris Sims. He had Elijah Vera Tucker over Slate. Sims usually has some pretty shit mock drafts. I don't mind Chris. I don't mind Chris Sims, but his mock drafts are usually dog shit.
Chris Sims was a shitty quarterback, and he's a shittier draft mock maker. Just a real turd.
Julian Marker in the house. David Jones absolutely is a holiday. Anybody watching, hopefully you have at least the rest of this week off and maybe the whole entire next week off.
Yeah, there's nothing more depressing than the Monday after the draft. It's just a tough day to go back to work. It's just all that buildup is gone, and it just takes a good week or two to get out of that funk.
Yeah, at least. I mean, usually mid-June start coming around, looking at the season, looking at next year's draft. Brian Westerland, I don't know if that's the order you like him.
Hell's Sowell.
Give him a pass on that.
Oh, cool. Seriously, I was trying to figure out who the hell that was.
I will take Vera Tucker over Darius 8 times out of 8, though.
False. Not interested. But yeah, you can't lie. You like Vera Tucker or not, he's definitely in the mix and definitely a guy the Vikings are seriously looking hard at. So you're going to roll the dice on 4 options. He's going to be in there every single time.
All right, we'll get started here pretty damn quick. What's on the agenda for the night?
Oh, we're going to start with little Vikings draft rumors that have been going around. Touch on Rick Spielman's presser. We got a new segment I'm real excited about. It's called Call Me Crazy. And then we're also going to do mock picks 1 through 14, maybe longer if we're really feeling frisky. And then we want you guys to do something special for us on draft day. We're going to get to that at the end. So, I think it's let's say it's an action-packed show, kind of like what do they call it, the penultimate episodes before the season finales.
What?
I'm using a lot of big words on you tonight, aren't I?
I think you're making them up.
They're real words. Very much real words. No limits in this draft. What's Julian talking about?
I don't know. It sounds deep, though. Who's going to be the steal of the draft? I think one of those receivers on the cusp of end of round 1, round 2 guys are really gonna blow it up. Rashad Bateman, Elijah Moore. Love those guys.
I don't know. I think you guys see how it all shakes out before you can really say. I mean, if Jalen Waddle falls to like Arizona, that could be the steal of the draft. Monty Smith,
something like steal.
At 16 is going to be a steal.
He's going to be good though.
Yeah, but it's going to be a steal. You didn't think he's going to get that far down the board. It's too. What's this? Jalen Phillips. Oh, he wants to ask. Bam Troll wants to ask you a question.
Absolutely not. That's all I'm going to say with that. I was thinking if we took Jalen, if we had a second round pick and took him in round 2, I still wouldn't be happy. That's how much I do not want Jalen Phillips. Uninterested.
Yeah, it's just there's too much risk there. You can't do it. You can't invest a high pick in a guy like that. Yes. What?
Brian Westerland is going to be very thirsty. He's going to drink 1 beer for every pick in the first round. Which pick do I make it to? I don't think you're a seasoned vet. I'm going to say you make it to pick 24.
Yeah, just don't start doing root beer barrels during it or egg bombs. You will not see Chad Green get drafted.
DM, we are definitely going to be talking about Rick's presser today. No doubt about it. That'll be a big talker. Bob Swede picking up Teddy if he's cut. I don't think that's in the cards whatsoever.
Well, if we don't have a backup quarterback and he is cut, maybe they will.
They don't like putting pressure on Mr. Kirk Cousins, and I can't think of any more pressure than bringing Teddy back. Everybody loves Teddy.
There's no pressure. Kirk Cousins is way better.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
Way better.
All right, let's do this. Let's hop into it.
Let's hop into it. Let's touch on the rumors that have been going around. A couple of these found on Walter football site. Check it out. So supposedly the Minnesota Vikings want to draft Christian Darrisaw, but they don't believe he'll be available at pick 14. So there's some teams that love Darrisaw, some teams that do not, but the Vikings want him. They're afraid he won't make it to 14. You believe any of this rumor, and what do you think of it? Would you be mad if the Vikings moved up to get a Christian Darrisaw?
If we move up to take Christian Darrisaw, yeah, I'll be very upset.
Yeah,
I don't even really. I mean, if we take him at 14, I'll be like, fine, all right, whatever. We got him. We got a left tackle. Ezra Cleveland will just stay at right guard, I guess. Darrisaw just does not wow me. I think he'll be fine, but he had his one big year last year. Before that, he was just okay. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't knock my socks off. And if we trade up for him, I'm going to punch myself where I piss.
That would be your dick. Yeah, I'd be fine with taking him at 14. I wouldn't excite me. If we stick at 14 and get a Darrisaw, pay a guy like that, I'm not going to be like just screaming or anything. That's going to be kind of the expected move. But moving up for Darrisaw, I don't like that at all. I think you sit back and see if he makes it to you. I do not want to move up for Darrisaw.
I've never even considered that scenario. The fact that they would trade up for Darrisaw.
Yeah, the only thing I think has any kind of merit here is there's been multiple reports that the Vikings are really high on Darrisaw. So this isn't the only time I've heard this or seen it. So maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just them blowing smoke. But there might be some truth to this.
Oh, God, that would be horrible. It'd be horrible.
All right. Other rumor going around, the Vikings have done lots of work on the quarterbacks in this class, and one guy they seem to like late is Felipe Franks. Kind of a two-parter here. What's your take on this?
I don't know. I mean, I think the key word you said is late. It seems to be our MO. So, great. We're going to take him and we're going to throw him on the practice squad. Yippee. I don't really give a shit. I'd rather just get an undrafted quarterback again and take somebody that has more potential.
But you're missing the first part. They've done a lot of homework on all these quarterbacks, so they are looking at the top options. There's that video going around of Rick Spielman staring down Justin Fields at his 40.
It's handsome fella.
I'm just saying they're ready. I think if one of those make it to 14, I think the Vikings are ready and can make they're not going to be scrambling like, holy shit, we didn't do our homework on this guy. I think they're ready for any of these guys to be available. Hopefully that guy is not Mac Jones though.
Mac Jones is a big gonzo. We're going to talk about that. But if one of those top 5 quarterbacks are there at 14 and the Vikings mildly shock the world and take a quarterback, it would be a shock regardless if one of them is there. I don't think anyone's really going to be that pissed off about it, really. I mean, unless somebody else crazy is there, why not take a quarterback for the future?
Yeah, I mean, especially
Felipe Franks, uninterested.
He ain't it. And yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I do not want a late run quarterback. If we don't take one, well, I select Jamie Newman. After that, I'd just rather wait. Absolutely rather wait.
I actually like Greg Joseph.
He's like the Ben Gideon of kickers to me. Very bland. Very bland. All right, so Rick Spielman. We already saw some guys asking about it. He had his press conference today. Basically what he did, he talked a lot and didn't really say anything, which he does every year. So let's just kind of touch at some highlights here. He was asked about taking a quarterback in round 1, and he said no position is off limits. So again, we're back to this quarterback thing. Honestly, do you expect the Vikings to take a quarterback either with round 1 or one of the round 3 picks?
No, not really. I think they hold out. What do we got? 4 fourth rounders. We see it every year. A quarterback falls every year. I mean, whether they pan out or not, they fall. Mason Rudolph, what are you going, like round 5? Jake Fromm, was he, like round 4, round 5? I mean, you see these guys are like, oh yeah, they're gonna be a round 2 guy, and they always fall. Maybe that's a Kyle Trask this year. Maybe it's a Kellen Mond, but we see it every year. I think they hold out. If they're not there, I don't think they force it, but if the value is there in round 4 with 4 of those picks, hell yeah.
All right, and he kept mentioning, too, about how he feels good about these 3rd and 4th round offensive linemen. He said it over and over again. 3rd or 4th round offensive linemen. It's a deep class.
Offense or defense?
Offense. I know I couldn't really understand what I was saying. I couldn't say it right. But a lot of people kind of read into this that means they're going edge rusher early. So are you confident Rick Spielman can take a quality guard in round 3 or 4?
No, nobody is. He's proven that he can't. He's never succeeded in that area. This year, maybe he gets a little bit more of a chance. I mean, there's actually a big old chunk of those guys in round 3 and round 4. That being said, that means he'll probably take somebody just completely random projected in round 6. No, I have no confidence whatsoever. I mean, what are you feeling?
I don't trust him to do it, but he has to do it. You can't wait till around your last pick to take a guard. We got to take one some point, round 1 or 3 or 4. And actually, best case scenario, you're taking 2. Whether that's you're taking 1 in the first round, 1 in the 3rd, or 2 in the 3rd, whatever you do, you got to find 2, I think, and you got to do it fairly early. So again, we both love Ben Cleveland. Kendrick Green's another guy we like. So there's options. You can find guards. It's just Rick Spielman's track history is not great. But he did talk about trading up or down. He said they got a lot of 4th round picks. He said guys are targeting. They'll be aggressive and move up into round 2 if they have to. If all the guys like start coming out the board. He also talked about going back in the draft too. So definitely, I think old Slick Rick is going to make some moves. Question is, what's your feeling? Do you feel like, say, Penei Sewell's sitting there at pick 8, the Vikings are at 14. Would you want them to try to move up to get him?
At pick 8?
Yeah.
Once you start getting the pick 8, you're looking at like 2/3, maybe a second next year. So for Penei Sewell, yeah. I mean, if they could some way get it where they give up a 3rd this year, a 3rd next year, move up, whatever, maybe throw in a 5th or something. Hell yeah, who wouldn't? I mean, that is your left tackle for the next 6 years. You can keep Ezra Cleveland at guard. That takes our offensive line to a whole nother level right there.
And it might not cost as much as you thought or think. I watched the 2018 draft yesterday, and the Cardinals went up from 15, I think, to 9, and they just gave a 3rd and a 5th. So it always seems draft day, the picks aren't worth what they are in the offseason. Like, during the season, you can give up a 2nd round pick and get like a Pro Bowl quarterback. But during the draft, it seems like the value of the picks actually go down a little bit. So, if you can jump up 5 spots and only give up a 3rd and a 5th, that would be huge. So,
oh, God. We'll see. If it was a 3rd and 5th, you're damn right. And Eric Johnson, absolutely. Landon Dickerson, come on home. Woo!
Yeah, we'd all be all for that one. I mean, this guy did his bench press in freaking bib overalls. Love Landon Dickerson. You can mention him and Quinn Miners. You got them both.
If we get him and Quinn Miners, I will. I don't know what I'll do, but it's not going to be. It's going to be very perverted.
We basically have the Bushwhackers, I think.
We would have the Bushwhackers. And if it's going to be very fun, not just the Vikings come draft day, because a lot of it's very possible that Penei Sewell could actually start slipping their pick 7, pick 8. And that means Rashawn Slater is probably still on the board. So teams are going to be looking at that. Charters are going to be looking at Vikings. There's a lot of teams that need offensive line help. So we're not the only ones in the mix, but it's going to be damn fun.
Yeah, and the last thing, this isn't really a nugget, but he said if the Vikings stay at 14, they will still be getting a quality player. And that's true, but I mean, Quiddy Darasad, I'm not going to get super excited about it. I'm just going to be like, okay, whatever.
Well, and we're going to be talking about this more, but when it comes to edge rushers in round 1, I'm kind of over that whole scenario. I mean, this year, there's not that one edge rusher that's just like, holy shit, he's the number 1 guy. I mean, there's about 6 guys that's just all in this big old chunk. I mean, Quiddy Pay, I guess, is the number 1, but I don't think it's by much. Every one of these guys is a question mark.
Well, and here's the problem, though. Who you can get in round 3 or 4? I mean, I seen guys that we've been kind of mocking that area all year long are now – I've seen them 7th rounders. I've seen them way down the board on Draft Network's rankings. So I don't know if there's a great option after that. So that's why I think maybe you want to get one early where you can get somebody who can come in and make an impact in year 1. Because I'm not sure the overall depth of this class is what we once thought it was.
Old McDonald, I want to know where that Waddle Rock is. I hope that's out in your yard. Maybe in a garden. That thing was beautiful.
Yeah, Old McDonald, that'd be amazing. It'd be as amazing as your video. It was strange. I think maybe you took some acid or something before you recorded that. I don't know what was going on, but it was something else. I sure enjoyed that thing.
Whatever was going on, I'm glad it was.
I'm glad it was too. Must be a Saskatchewan thing. They do way up there in the Arctic. All right, so that's it. Those are the rumors. Again, Rick Spielman, he obviously he's not going to say, I want this guy, but he had the press conference. He had to do it. Talked a lot. Didn't really say anything.
Well, one thing we've learned about Rick Spielman over the years is anything he says, can't believe a damn letter of it.
No. Especially right now. Especially 2 days away from the draft. 47.5 hours away. I can smell it. I can smell draft day right now.
Smells delicious.
It does smell delicious. All right, we're going to try a new segment here. It's called Call Me Crazy. So basically what we're going to do is take one of our draft beliefs or things that we still feel and just say, hey, I know this is crazy, but this is what I want.
Call me crazy.
Do you feel like you could start or do you want me to start?
I'll start.
All right.
So you're going to tell me if I'm crazy or not. That is
no, you just say, yeah, I guess I could say that.
Oh, I thought that. Yeah, you tell me if I'm crazy or not. My first one, I would be completely fine if the Vikings took J.C. Horn at pick 14.
I don't think that's crazy at all. Again, if you're getting there, let's say the linemen are down to, I'm not a Vera Tucker fan. If he's there and it's J.C. Horn, I'll go J.C. Horn. I think he's a better overall prospect, better overall player. And that corner need, it doesn't look like much right now, and he's probably not going to help you a whole hell of a lot in year one. Next year, you might not have Gladney. We might have Gladney this year, but Patrick Peterson, 1 year deal. Mackenzie Alexander, 1 year deal. You're going to need a corner. If J.C. Horn is truly the best press corner in this draft, then you take him.
SSM Creations thinks I am batshit crazy right now. And make sure to hit up those comments. Are we crazy or not? Eric Johnson, you don't worry. That glitter jacket will be out very soon. Not today, but soon.
Gotta say that for the big draft day tailgate show that we're going to be having this Thursday. Time is still up in the air. We're not sure when we're going to start that bad boy.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that. Thursday pregame, probably around 4:30. Between 4:30 and 5, we're going to be live for a while. So everyone make sure to come on, grab a beer. A lot of draft. Can't wait.
Yeah,
maybe some giveaways.
A lot of rumors floating around then. It'll be really exciting. Who knows? Maybe the first 3 picks will basically be in at that time. I don't know, but it'll be exciting. It'll be fun to watch. All right, call me crazy. I know a lot of people will, but I would still be completely fine if the Vikings took Greg Rousseau at pick 14. I just watching him. I kind of went and watching his highlights with like no expectations. I didn't really like him at the time. Completely blown away with what he can do. His ability to rush the passer, using those long arms, freakish size, better against the run than I expected to see. People are questioning his athletic ability. I didn't see any issue with that at all. I know he didn't test well, but you're looking at pick 14. Again, I said this before. You could take a crapshoot guy right now, especially if all the top talent's gone. Why not roll the dice on a guy who could end up being the best pass rusher out of this draft? Again, I know Greg Rousseau is a polarizing player, but I've been on him since day one, and he's my boy.
Yeah, I think that is complete craziness. Going back to what I said, when you look at these edge rushers, if you're going to take Greg Rousseau at 14, I mean, you might as well wait. Yeah, I'm just not on the Greg Rousseau train. And when you read about things like how Miami used him at defensive tackle just because they knew he could overpower the guard, that's where he got a handful of his sacks. That's where he made his big splashy plays. That he ain't going to get away with that shit in the NFL. He's athletic. I'll give him that. I think at 14, that's absolutely insane. I think when all is said and done, Rousseau will be like a mid-second round pick.
Yeah, he might be, but I would be fine with him at 14. Absolutely fine with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, if he was like blowing away all the other guys, it'd be one thing, but they just don't have it this year. There's no Chase Young. There's no Nick Bosa. There's no Joey Bosa. I'm not even really on the Kwity Paye train anymore. I just do not want to hit up edge rusher.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not like that one guy, like you said, that really wows you. That's why I would be fine and roll the dice on a guy who could be something real special. And you know what? You play him with the guard because he's weak. That's good coaching. I love to see the Vikings get a little more creative like that.
That is great coaching. I'm just saying he's not going to get away with that on an NFL guard.
If you play against Drew Samia, you would.
He's not. He'll be on the same team.
Yeah, well, in practice, he'll dominate him. Yeah, you know what? He might be. And I hope we get him around 3, Brian Westerland.
All right. Lupagus is getting ornery for some reason. Let's move on to the next one because Gregory Russo sucks. Let's see. Call me crazy. I would rather trade back and get Tevin Jenkins than take Darisaw at pick 14.
I mean, I guess it depends what you get and where you're trading down to.
Let's say we trade the 19.
Do we get a second rounder?
Yeah, you're damn right we get a second rounder.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that then. I think I'd be fine with that. I don't think it's crazy. I mean, I know I'm higher in Darisaw than you are, but man, if you get a second round pick back and still get a quality offensive lineman who can help you out, then I would definitely. I don't think that's crazy.
Harvey, it's rude.
Hey, I'm not denying it. I'm not saying I would be fine with it though. That's my personal opinion. That's my feelings. That's why I like them. So I get it. And I don't know
if hey, LS Gregory. Okay, I think he's okay. Never mind.
He's talking. Was he replying to the other guy?
I think SSM is talking about my Tevin Jenkins, possibly. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think that's completely sane. So, the thing with everybody ripping on Russo, I never hear why they don't like him. I mean, there's never a great reason.
It's 1 year wonder. He's one of those athletic guys that
he's never really produced. I mean, everybody's got that kind of shit. So
I'm just saying, Quiddy Pay has more than 1 year of tape to watch. Greg Russo is one of those athletic guys. That's his knock. That's absolutely his knock. Can he do it at the next level?
Doesn't have more than 5.5 sacks in a season. I don't think there's a strong anti-argument against it, but whatever. Let's move on.
Can't look at sack numbers in college. Can't look at sack numbers in college. Are pointless.
I think you can look at them. All right. Call me crazy, but I really want one of the top 3 receivers to be the pick at 14.
You still want one of the top 3 receivers to be the pick? I'm not going to call you full-blown crazy. I'm going to call you a little bit crazy, and my only argument is just the Vikings were 4th in the league last year in passing yards per game. So they had that pretty well covered. Adding another receiver, yeah, it'd be fantastic, but we seem to have topped out as far as our offense can take us. So getting yards in the air was not an issue. We got Jefferson, we got Thielen. After that, it's pretty bone dry. It's great for the future, but I just don't think it's going to take us to the next level. So not crazy, but I wouldn't be a big fan of it.
Well, the problem is, what if Thielen or Jefferson get hurt? Then you got, you can't count on BC Johnson. You can't count on Chad Beebe. And Adam Thielen's 30 years old. Contract's getting huge. He might only be here for another year or two. So I think getting that.
Lupagus is frozen or I'm frozen. I don't know what's going on. I'm still going. Lupagus, come back to me. It's not a great look. Somebody comment, is it me or Lupagus frozen? I don't know. I hope it's not me. Nope, Lupagus is gone. So there you are. Welcome back.
Yeah, I had to go take a shit quick. Yeah, so I think you can still get production with that guy in your first year. So I think you can get some. One area you mentioned being so good at the passing game, we weren't good as a return game. So those guys are both dynamite returners. So definitely get some run of them year one.
Yeah, we'll get some run, and it would be worth the 14th pick. So, like I said, I can't get overly crazy excited or depressed about that. Let's see. All right, call me crazy. If the Vikings took a kicker in round 5 and on, I would be just fine with that.
I was really against that early in the whole draft process, but now I'm kind of getting on that bandwagon, especially if you actually use those picks you have ahead. If you made 7 picks already, sitting there round 5, I think there's 2 round 5 picks. Kicker sitting there, why not take a roll of dice on it? I don't love Greg Joseph the way you do, but you can bring in some competition. If that's McPherson or Borregales, whatever from Miami, I think you got to have competition at that position. You can't just hand it to a guy like did last year with Bailey.
Well, the reason I like it this year out of any of the other years is we have Greg Joseph. There is no pressure there. Literally, you're drafting this guy. He's actually going to compete and just let the best man win. It's not like he's going against a Dan Bailey or somebody that at least has some clout in the league. He's going against Greg Joseph. So if he makes it, great. No pressure. He beat out Greg Joseph. If not, whatever.
Well, and then if they do it, they got to learn from what they did with Carlson and stick with him. You can't give up on this kid if he does have a struggle. So again, with Mike Zimmer potentially being in kind of a win or lose his job, kind of a season, will they risk that on a rookie quarterback? I don't know. Or kicker, I don't know. But if they do, you got to give him a long leash.
Bob Swede, absolutely not.
It's Tuesday. I'm opting not to drink on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's draft week.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant what day it is. It's draft week. Anything goes.
Oh my God. All right, I got one more left. Call me crazy, but I'm starting to think Justin Fields will be on the clock when the Vikings are on the up at pick 14.
Yeah, you're crazy. You've been watching too much ESPN or NFL. There's no way he's on the board at 14. I still think he'll probably be the last quarterback taken out of the top of those top big boys. But and when he gets down there, starts falling to like pick 7 or whatever, there's going to be teams trading up. Denver, Washington, somebody's going to have him. Even the Patriots, maybe. So I think that one's a little crazy.
I don't know, man. You see it every year. A quarterback always falls. Aaron Rodgers fell all the way to 24. I just watched the 18 draft. Rosen fell a lot longer than everybody thought he would. Lamar Jackson went at the end of the first round. So it just feels like there's just so much about this negativity. It's not. I don't think it's fair to him, but it just feels like Fields is that guy this year that is going to fall if it's any of them. So I'm starting to buy into a little bit that he might actually be on the board. And what would the Vikings do if that happened? I don't know, but I'm going to say he could be there.
I hope not. I just want him. I want all 5 quarterbacks gonzo. I want somebody. I just want to keep pushing players back. So it would be fun to watch somebody like that slide selfishly. But I just think he'll be gone.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe anything you see right now. We already mentioned it a couple of times, but man, I just think I don't know. I think there's something to this one. And I think he's probably the second best quarterback in this draft. Him and Wilson are real close. You can make that argument, but I think he might be the one who goes later than he should.
Well, let's so that's crazy or not crazy, right? That wraps her up.
Yeah, I kind of like that. We might do that again.
Let's talk quarterbacks. Why the hell not? Let's talk quarterbacks as far as where we think they're gonna fall as far as those big boys. Who do you got? So we know 1 and 2. What train is everybody on? Comments. Who's going to be the third quarterback taken to the Niners?
Well, I don't know. If we're doing a mock, I'm not going to spoil who I would take.
What pick do you have?
I have odds.
You do have odds. All right, I don't have odds. I think it's Mac Jones. I'm actually drinking the Mac Jones Kool-Aid. I think it's just too weird. I think it's just absolutely batshit crazy, and I think it's gonna be Mac Jones, and I can't wait to giggle when that happens. I'd take Trey Lance. I mean, personally.
Well, I would take Fields, but Fields or Lance. I wouldn't take Mac Jones. And I was going to say this before we do the mock, but how stupid are the 49ers? You don't trade up to 3, give up 2 or 3 first round picks, and then say there's 5 guys that you like. Then you trade up to 6 or 7. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
They know who they knew exactly.
We know who we want, and that's what we're going to do. And then if you do have 5 guys you're still considering, don't tell everybody that. Why do they make that trade? It's completely boneheaded. It makes no sense. Why not wait until see how the board shakes out? If you want Mac Jones, I guarantee you he's going to be there at least to the late portion of the top 10. Wow.
I think I've come to realize that I just have something against Mac Jones. I mean, clearly all the experts, everybody thinks, he's good. I mean, he's going to be a decent quarterback. It's just when you put him next to these guys, are very shiny, make plays with their legs, got these big arms, and then all of a sudden you just have Mac Jones. He's just kind of starting to feel bad for the guy because he's going to be good.
Well, I think Daniel Jeremiah has him outside the top 32 talent-wise. I think he's probably top 15, top 20 kind of a quarterback, but man, not inside the top 10. Definitely not number 3 overall.
Harvey Dent is hot tonight. He's hot.
Mac wears a wig. I take him at 3. I don't know what that means.
Makes perfect sense.
Does it?
Absolutely.
I think he means 3 o'clock. Oh, it's nice. All right. We ready to go? Are we running to get in this mock or what?
Let's do it.
All right.
We're going to rip off a mock draft. Hopefully in favor of the Vikings landing somebody beautiful.
Well, we hope so. We're not. Hey, we're gonna call this as the way we see it. We're not gonna pick with our hearts. We're gonna pick with our heads.
Yes, I'm very glad you said that. This is how we think it will happen, not what we want to happen. What we think will happen. And I have the evens. Lupagus has the odds.
Trevor Lawrence, let's do it.
Trevor Lawrence, wham bam. Zach Wilson, those are just gimmies. Pick 3 is where it gets interesting, baby.
This is where it gets interesting. This is where the draft begins. This is where all the intrigue is going to be. And I think it is. I think it's going to be Mac Jones, and I think it's a horrible pick, but I think that's what they're going to do.
Where the hell is he?
He's probably like 78.
I think I must have scrolled by him already. There's no way.
Sort by
quarterback. Oh, there he is, 10. All right. All right, Falcons. This one is also after San Fran. I mean, still a lot of talk as far as they could take quarterback or Kyle Pitts. But damn, this is tough. This is tough. I don't really like the evens. It's a lot harder. Call me crazy.
You always sing when you do mocks?
I do a lot of things when I do mocks. I do think that Matt Ryan has a lot left in the tank, and Kyle Pitts, hate to say it, but he does not come around very often, and Kyle Pitts is my man.
Yeah, I think they could definitely go Kyle Pitts. Matt Ryan's, like you said, got something left, and he's always best when he's got a great tight end to throw to. So I think Kyle Pitts is definitely in play there. Man, I think I am going to – this is another one where I think it's 50-50, Penei Sewell or Jamar Chase here. I think they're going to go Jamar Chase, and I think if I was picking, I might go Sewell, but I think they're going to take Jamar Chase here, give Joe Burrow his familiar target, and let that offense really become something special.
Riley Reif is going to hold down that offensive line, baby.
Yeah, he might if he plays like he did last year for the Vikings.
Ellis Gregor, Julio Jones trade rumors. I'll believe that when I see it. But I love the fact that those rumors are out there. It gets me excited.
It's freaking fantastic. I love it as well.
All right, Miami Dolphins. What the hell are they going to do? Oh, my God. They got sniped. They wanted Jamar Chase so freaking bad. I think when all is said and done, this guy is going to come off the board a lot sooner than he's being mocked. He's just too damn good. And I am giving Miami Jalen Waddle.
Wow. All right, so that puts the Lions up there. Surprised, were you considering Sewell there at all? They just talked about moving Robert Hunt to guard to make room.
Yippee.
Okay. Wow.
Penei Sewell, I think him and Slater are just going to be like wham bam, all of a sudden gone at like 8-9 or something crazy.
All right, well, I'm going to go with the Lions here. There's 2 quarterbacks on the board. I don't think you can really go wrong with either one, but I'm going to go with Justin Fields here. I'm going to end his slide.
Wow.
I'm a Justin Fields guy. I like him quite a bit. He just game tested, high level competition, and kid plays with heart. I'm going to go Justin Fields to the Lions, and the Vikings get a new friend to face a couple times a year in the NFC North.
Oh, Denver Broncos are so excited. The thought of getting Trey Lance at pick 9. I mean, they're visibly excited, and so are the Carolina Panthers because they get Penei Sewell and they don't even think twice. They screaming, running up to that podium to put in the pick.
Yeah, they definitely would do that. So the Broncos are up, and they're gonna go ahead and take Trey Lance here. He slides to him. It's gonna be probably him or Fields that get here. If Mac Jones is here, it'll be interesting to see what the Broncos do. If they actually would go with the quarterback. If Mac Jones was the option, I'd probably just stick with Drew Lock. But I think Trey Lance or Justin Fields gives them somebody they can develop and become a pretty damn good quarterback in the NFL for a long time.
Trey Lance, he's like one of the main guys. I'm just very excited to see play. I think he's going to be a damn fun. Dallas Cowboys. I think they do. I think they stick to the secondary. It's just a matter of which one they want, and I think it will be Patrick Surtain. I think he's the best one. But J.C. Horn is damn close.
Yeah. So the Giants. This is a team I've been struggling with every time I got a mock to them. There's so many ways they can go. They can take a receiver. They could take a Micah Parsons. They could dress the offensive line. So to me, this is a hard one to really peg down. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give him Rashawn Slater here. Kind of a surprise pick. I think they play him at guard, and they really solidify their own line here with Rashawn Slater.
Daniel Jones getting some time in the pocket. That's scary.
And I'm pissed because Rashawn Slater made it to 11 and we didn't get him.
Not as pissed as the Chargers are.
Yeah, they're very upset.
All right, Philadelphia, just the most random team every damn year. They'll probably end up taking Brady Christensen, knowing the Eagles, but
they're not the Seahawks or the Eagles. They're not that bad.
They're usually pretty bad.
Yeah, Marcus Smith. That was my favorite draft moments in recent years.
I am going to have Philly, as tempted as they are to make up for their horrible wide receiver blunder of last year. I'm going to have them pass on Devontae Smith, and I'm going to have them go into the secondary, and I'm going to have them go ahead and grab Mr. J.C. Horn.
Yeah, I've seen that before, so it's definitely a possibility. I'd be surprised if Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. I think you want to give him as many weapons as you can. So Devontae Smith, definitely a possibility. I think Micah Parsons is in play for any of these last 4 teams we just mocked too. I think he's somebody who every team's going to consider here when they're on the board. All right, I'm up with the Chargers. And, personally, what I want to do is just take Vera Tucker for him so he's not there and the Vikings are on the clock, because I'm sure that's what you're going to do. But I think they like Christian Darrisaw more. I think they want a true left tackle. I think that's what Christian Darrisaw is for them. Well, they might consider Devontae Smith to give Justin Herbert another weapon. I think they want to keep him upright with a guy like Christian Darrisaw, who I think they're very high on in Los Angeles.
Christian Darrisaw off the board. Vikings are officially on the board. If this were to actually shake out this way, I'm full-blown shitting myself.
Look at these options.
What's that?
Look at the options. Micah Parsons, Devontae Smith.
Well, even though Devontae, I think there's a really good chance Devontae Smith is still going to be on the board at pick 14. So I'm just coming to grips with that. Micah Parsons, definitely an option. Elijah Vera Tucker, definitely an option. As much as I would be fine with Elijah Vera Tucker at 14, I really don't think that's going to be the guy. I mean, I'd be pretty surprised if it was. I'm starting to, unfortunately, drink the Kool-Aid a little bit, and I don't like this pick one damn bit, but I'm doing it. I'm taking Jalen Phillips. Not the pick I want. I just think that it has a really, really good shot of actually happening. If they stay at 14 with this scenario, he's the pick.
If they take Jalen Phillips over Micah Parsons and Devontae Smith, I will pull a no man land and shit in a bucket, and we'll put that on for video.
I just think
I don't think so.
Their offense isn't the issue.
I don't think he doesn't seem to be the type of player the Vikings would take with that injury history. I don't think they'd do that, and I just don't get why everyone's overlooking that, and all the mainstream media are overlooking that. Yes, he's a great player. He's a great edge rusher. If he was healthy, I'd be 100% on board with this. I think there's just too much risk here to invest your first round pick in. Yeah, and I mean. To me, Micah Parsons, Devontae Smith, they're in the top 12 best players in this draft. So you take one of those. I would not go Jalen Phillips here, but is it a possibility? Yeah, it's a possibility, but I sure as hell hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly.
It's just became the most depressing live we've ever done after that pick.
Really? I can make it more depressing. We go to round 3. Take I don't know.
Monty Rice, like the mock I saw today.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Zimmer's going to still be pounding the table for defense. Yes, Micah Parsons would be beautiful. I just don't see it happening. Micah Parsons has his issues. It might not be physical, but he's got some off the field issues, some question marks. And Devontae Smith, I'm really just completely gone as far as the thought of even thinking of a receiver at 14. You've been preaching BPA all year long, so why would you not go with the best prospect on the board, which would be Devontae Smith in this situation? I don't know. I mean, receiver. I'm just over the receiver thing. It could be BPA. Devontae Smith, when you look at these guys, I think Micah Parsons would be BPA. I just think that Phillips is I don't know. I just got a feeling it's going to be him. No, I think Phillips is one of those cases where all the media is higher on him than the teams are. Teams really want to invest the money, invest the time in a guy that injury prone. I don't think his value in actual war rooms is as high as what everybody's making it out to be. Ellis Gregor loves Dylan Radins. Loves him. That was his pick.
Yeah, that was his pick. And actually, I saw him today as a sneaky first rounder on NFL.com this morning, which I saw someone else say how bad he was, how he sucks, and he shouldn't go until round 5. So
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. That was someone who was supposed to watch a lot of them. I don't know. It's just some guy commenting, but that's the first real negative shit I've seen on Dylan Radins.
I think Walter Football had Dylan Radins in round 4 or round 5. He was way ass back there.
And again, we've talked about it, but we got to be ready for some weird shit to happen. You have those dreams where players are going in really weird spots and guys you never really thought would go in the first round. This might be the year where that actually comes real. And maybe we're all way the hell off and all these simulators are way off.
I hope so. I hope Jalen Phillips isn't anywhere near the Vikings. I hope it doesn't happen. Youth pretty much just nailed it. That is absolutely a Gruden Mayock pick. Could totally see it. If this shook out like this, I mean, the Vikings would be in a perfect spot to trade back. Perfect spot.
Yeah, definitely would be. And the other thing too, if Slater's at 11, Sewell, would he go 8? I mean, do you try to move up, see what it would take to get up there to get one of those guys? But again, if you stuck there, I think I would go Parsons or Smith. But the Vikings could do what the Vikings want to do. And then when they do make that pick, if they do go Phillips, then you hope and pray he stays healthy. That's all you can do.
It would be beautiful. I would be scared. Every damn play is out there.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, I think we'll stop there after that pick you made, and then we'll do a full one for sure on our tailgate party on Thursday for sure.
Tailgate, be there.
We'll go deeper. Maybe we'll even go in around 3.
I don't know about that. I think Thursday pre-gaming. I think it'll be more concentrated on drinking beers. Hopefully, everybody else will be drinking beers as well. And we're just going to be having fun for hour and a half. And hopefully by then there will be a lot more scuttlebutt to talk about. There will be. I can't wait to see the smoke over the next couple of days. So be sure to join us. I like 4:30 or 5. It'll be out there.
There's nothing better than refreshing Twitter on draft day, seeing all the rumors that happen. My favorite, I know I've shared the story before, but the year Morris Claiborne, Matt Khalil, that was going back and forth all day long. We both wanted Matt Khalil, and I think it was Pro Football Talk was pretty much saying the pick was going to be Morris Claiborne, no doubt. So it was kind of like the Phillips situation where the guy that we didn't want was getting more of the general the buzz, the vibe, and almost claiming it was going to be the pick. And then, they end up taking Matt Khalil. So let's hope something like that happens again. But it's so great just watching that whole thing and those rumors picking up steam and getting hotter and hotter as the day goes on.
And Joshua Johnson, let's be clear. We're going to get shit-faced draft weekend. I hope you do as well. Not draft day, draft weekend.
He's shit-facing that pitcher.
All week. I want to get shit-faced with Josh Johnson. All right. Well, we're still going to be doing, it's only Tuesday. We got tomorrow. We're going to be doing a 7-round Vikings mock. We got a lot of more episodes coming out. Make sure to tune into that. And tailgating on Thursday, we will be giving away some swag, whether Lupagus likes it or not.
And then, guys, something we want you to help us out with here. So one of the best parts about the draft is, watching these reaction videos after your team makes a pick you do not want. So if you guys can think of it, put up the cell phone, hit record before the Vikings make their pick, get those reactions recorded. I want to see genuine pain, genuine suffering, screams, anger, excitement, hopefully some nudity of some sort, slamming beers, whatever it is. And then we're going to make a video out of it. All the ones we get, we're going to put them together. Have a great Vikings draft reaction collaboration video. So remember, get those cameras out, get them rolling. I know I have every single reaction I made last year to all the picks on Twitter.
Yes, record those, and you'll be sending them us. We'll put it on an episode. If we take Jalen Phillips, you're going to see a video of me ripping my tits off.
You never really grew nipples.
Well, I'm going to rip them off where they should be.
Just rip them off, and you'll just have scars, and it'll be your new nipples. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, Harvey Dent. We'll slap that ass on camera. No doubt about that.
Wow, we got into Harvey tonight.
Harvey, I don't know. Harvey, I like it. SSM was pretty quiet tonight, but good turnout, good stuff. And yes, disappointment. I don't know. We'll see. And on a positive note.
Yeah, I don't know. That guy looks like he's got a very violent sword. All right, so that's it. We'll be back again, 7-round mock tomorrow, our final mock. But we might do another one on the live. Who knows? We'll see where we go. Again, don't miss the live tailgate on draft day. Until then, In 2010, a man in South Korea decided to give up on women and married his pillow.
Oh my God.